Lytudiep, hello, dear friends. Jame is having too many big troubles. Maybe the daily calls are urging him to come back, and the pressure is getting bigger and bigger for him. Too deep, and he have finished building a new house. Now, all that's left is cleaning up. Before leaving, he still wants to do the last thing, which is to bring the whole family to this new house. So how will Too Deep and me's life be? Let's wait and see today. The rain had just stopped. A thin layer of golden light spilled through the misty air as James and Deep stood at the front of a small, aging house. Its faded walls told stories of time, but in James' eyes, it was the beginning of something beautiful. "It'll be fine," he said softly. "You and I will move in first. We'll bring the essentials, buy a bed and a wardrobe for you, and then, piece by piece, we'll make this our home." Deep nodded. Her eyes scanned the modest courtyard. Dust lingered in corners. The kitchen still carried a musty scent of long-forgotten meals. But the promise of a new life shimmered beneath the layers of grime. Inside, little Nee sat cross-legged with her coloring book, humming a school song to herself, her voice filling the space with a kind of innocent magic. James glanced over and smiled. "She's singing again," he whispered, probably something her teacher gave her. They spent the day sweeping, scrubbing, lifting, and moving. At one point, James tried to burn a pile of old paper, but the fire wouldn't catch. Deep came over, concerned. "Will it burn?" she asked. James chuckled. "I've got it. You rest." She hesitated, then stepped aside, trusting him. He fumbled with matches, switched to using another tool, determined to make it work. This man, once a CEO in a world of suits and handshakes, now stood in worn gloves, sweating in the heat, trying to make a fire. For her, for Nee, for this new chapter. Deep left briefly to borrow a broom from the neighbors. It was a small thing, but necessary, because in this home, every little act mattered. When she returned, James was still clearing the back, his hands smudged with ash and dirt. "Living here will be easier," he said. "We're close to town, to the shop. Everything we need is nearby." Nee sat on the floor, focused on her drawings. One by one, she brought them to James. "Uncle James, can you score my picture?" she asked. He looked at each one as if it were a masterpiece. A hedgehog, a chicken. Some were messy, colors bleeding across the page. But James laughed, gave her high scores, and gently guided her on how to color softer, lighter. "There," he said, holding up one of her drawings. "That flower, did you draw it? It's beautiful. 10 points. Her eyes sparkled. "But it's smudged," she murmured. James knelt beside her, brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. "That's okay. Next time, just go slower. But this is amazing." Outside, the sky began to dim. Deep returned with news of the chickens. "We'll cook one tonight," she said, almost like an offering. James nodded. "You go take care of them. I'll stay with Nee and finish the rest." Later, as the first stars blinked above, the three of them sat around the fire. James grilled the chicken while Nee, cheeks flushed from excitement, asked for the biggest drumstick. "I want the leg," she cried. "And the thing next to it." James laughed. "You mean the thigh? It's all one piece, sweetheart." Smoke curled into the sky, and laughter echoed off the walls of their future home. There were no fancy dishes, no music, no decor, just warmth, and the unspoken joy of building something real. James took a moment to look around. "Tomorrow," he said to Deep, "we'll buy a bed, a wardrobe, maybe hire someone to lay the tiles. I'm not an expert at that, but the kitchen, I'll build it. We'll make it right." Deep nodded. She didn't need roses or promises. Just this. Just him. "And you, Nee," James added. "Are you happy we'll be living here?" "Yes," she grinned. "I want to live here with Annie Deep." James smiled, his heart full. "This house will be yours and Deep's. And mine too. Are you excited?" Nee beamed. "Very," as they sat together, listening to the quiet crackle of firewood and the distant coo of night birds. James looked at the two girls beside him. Not long ago, he was just a man in a suit, living a fast-paced life with little time for moments like this. But now he was something else, someone else. A builder, a cook, a cleaner, a father figure, a partner, a man learning to love the ordinary. The rain returned lightly, drizzling over the roof. James rushed to move the fire, shielded it carefully, and grabbed an extra chair for Nee. She wrapped her arms around his, resting her head gently. "I'm hungry," she whispered. "Just a little longer," he said softly. "You'll get the biggest piece." In that flickering light, with ash on his hands and love in his eyes, James knew this wasn't just a house anymore. It was home.